bullshitting off. Let's get it started. Let's start addressing this issue and open it up. Let's take this.
What is up, my fellow hip-hop heads and music lovers in general? My name is G-Vans and welcome back to my channel, where every Friday I take a look at some of the new albums being dropped by some of my favorite artists in hopes that you guys will like what I have to say about them, and in hopes that I can get some of you into some new kinds of music. This is not the third upload for today, and for the third upload I'm going to be talking about the new Alessia Cara EP entitled This Summer. It's a 6-track EP. It's about, like, I want to say 26, no, not even 26. I think it's like around 18-ish minutes, but I can't really I don't know. I can't really remember. But yeah, it's called This Summer. And pretty much I would say this album is pretty much like a last little shindig, or a last little get together before the summer ends. I know it's September right now. I'm not entirely sure if the summer has already ended. I'm pretty sure it has, but it's whatever. But yeah, Alessia Cara. It's no doubt that Alessia Cara, she was pretty much like the voice for a lot of introverts, and her music was really relatable for a lot of introverts. Anyone that is feeling shy, anyone who feels awkward, anyone who just feels like they are an awkward person in general, a very shy person in general. Alessia Cara is an example of someone who is very shy, someone who is an introvert, someone who is a very awkward person, in real life, someone who has a very awkward personality, and she is an example of someone who made it, even though she does have those things about her, those I wouldn't call it flaws. I know some people will call it flaws, anyone that's shy, anyone that's awkward, they usually put them in labels as you don't really want to be around this person, or this person isn't really going to be that I guess successful. I definitely been there. I'm definitely a fucking introvert. Ask any of my friends. I'm pretty sure you guys can already tell I'm an introvert. If you saw my first introduction, welcome to my channel video I put up earlier this year, then you can obviously tell how fucking shy I am, because I was just there just ranting and trying so hard to not stutter and whatnot. I still have a problem with that, although I feel I've been kind of I've been a little bit better at it, but who knows, maybe I've gotten worse. Maybe my stuttering problem is still really, really terrible. But anyways, enough of that. I'm fucking going off right now. But yeah, a lot of people will say that introverts are they'll never be successful, because they're scared to step outside of their comfort zone, and just scared to take risks in general, which for the most part is true, because I know I definitely had that problem for a minute. And it's just inspiring that Alessia Cara is there is she blew up back in 2015. I think she had that one great single called Here. And ever since she blew up, I feel like a lot of people were looking up to her as hey, this girl, this girl gets what I'm going through. And it's it's really fucking great that she's speaking about it. You know what I mean? It's the thing that makes Alessia Cara a very, very great artist is not the fact that she is that she has really, really great vocals, not just the fact that she's super fucking talented with her songwriting and just the way she sings and whatnot, and and not just the fact that she stays true to herself, and her personality, her awkward personality comes out in her music, instead of trying to hide it and becomes someone else in her music. But the thing that makes her very, very fucking amazing artist in person, in my opinion, is the fact that she's able to create these deep ass conversations. She's really good at making conversations with her songs. A lot of deep and relatable conversations to anyone going through an awkward phase, or just anyone going through sadness in general. It's I know she definitely had that one album last year. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called The Pains of Growing or something like that. But yeah, that album that she came up with last year, that whole album was just her becoming an adult, because I think she had just recently turned 20. I don't know how old she is now, but I think she recently turned 20. But she she pretty much, like spent like that whole album of just her talking about, the pains of growing and just like, you know, how it feels like to like grow up and try to mature, even though you feel that you don't really like have like the mental like capacity to like deal with adulthood right now. I've definitely been there. I know a lot of people that are definitely not like ready to deal with the adulthood of anything. And pretty much what this EP is all about is pretty much her talking about the awkwardness of transitioning into adulthood. And, the awkwardness of trying to be more mature and the awkwardness of trying to like become a better person as you grow up, because because there's a saying, there's this saying that was once said by Childish Gambino, that once you hit your 30s is when that's pretty much how you're gonna be like for the rest of your life. So so it's better to like change the way you are now, or at least like make an effort to try and attempt to like become a better person now, like when you're in your 20s. Because if you are still like the same immature person that you were back then, or just like just if you haven't like grown both mentally and physically, and into a much more better person, then you're not really gonna like the way you are when you're 30. Like you are definitely gonna hate the person you are, and that's pretty much what Alessia Cara talks about. And she definitely shows that maturity. She talks about a lot of like ex-lovers in this one. I think there's like one specific song, I forgot what it's called, but there's one specific song where she talks about that. And the thing that I liked about the video, about that one specific like breakup song, is that instead of her like like saying fuck my ex, he ain't shit, fuck my other exes, fuck all of them, like they ain't shit, like she pretty much like wishes them luck instead of ill, instead of like bad, instead of a bad life. She pretty much wishes them luck. Thanks them for like anything that they did for her, and pretty much just like shows maturity by saying, hey, like it didn't work out, but I appreciate you coming to my life and teaching me the stuff that you taught me while we were still together. So that's what I really liked about that one song. And she also like has one song called "Okay Okay," where she's talking about the importance of self love, which I think is something that is rarely talked about in the music industry. Like a lot of artists forget to talk about self love, because it's like they gotta understand that there are certain people out there like struggling with all that, and seeing somebody who is also struggling with self love can like kind of help them out. Both learn the importance of self love, and both learn that it's okay to not be okay. And that's exactly what Alessia Cara talks about. It's like self love is never hard to find. It's something very hard to gain, because I've definitely like it took me a long ass time to like know the importance of self love. I'm definitely not a perfect person. I still bring myself down at some points. But like she really like dwells into that whole like importance of self love, and just like that whole like theme of like it may be hard to find, but you will eventually find it, and once you do, you're gonna be the happiest you've ever been. And that's pretty much a pretty like big theme to take away from this EP. I think my favorite song of the EP is probably the final track entitled October, because it pretty much has Alessia Cara saying how she's gonna miss all these like good times she's had with somebody when the summer ends. It's kind of how I was feeling, because for anyone that watches my vlogs, me and my friends had the fucking best summer of our lives. We have never really hanged out that much together. Even when we were back in high school, even when even like when we were teenagers, and over the summer we didn't really like talk to each other. We didn't really hang out. We just waited till the school year happened so we can hang out again. So yeah, we definitely had some good times, and now it makes me kind of bummed out, because like school has started. Half of my friends are up in like Colorado State University, and they're all up doing their own thing. So it's kind of sad I won't be seeing them for a while now. But yeah, I really love that song. That song October really like hit me where it hurts. Like it really like made me feel a lot more like relatable to like what's going on right now. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I had to say about this album, or this EP. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram down below. As always, DM me for requests. Go ahead and follow Alessia Cara on Instagram down below. Her new album, or EP this summer is out now. Go listen to it if you haven't already. And with that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell down below so you never miss any single upload from me whatsoever. And don't forget to stay happy.
5 a.m.